How goes it, everybody? My name is Howitzer, and welcome back to SnowRunner. And today we're going to be testing out the PLAD 450. We're going to see how good or bad this big bastard really is. So I figured I'd run it through my little gauntlet, see how it does. But I'll show you a couple of the options that I chose for it first. As far as the engine goes, I went with the 450 KT. I think that's the better one to have. It makes the most power, so that's kind of what I'm going for. And for the gearbox, for right now, I'm going to do the advanced special. I might change it to multi-purpose later, but the advanced special seems like it'll be decent. I honestly have no idea. And of course, with this truck, you can't do nothing with the suspension. And for the tires, I went with the DMHS ones. I honestly don't know if there is a difference. But let me know if there is. Let me know if there is a certain tire that is better than the other, because I do want to know. Well, we're going to try those out for now. I guess that was pretty much like all the major options. I guess let's just go see how this thing does. Yep, she's a big old slow thing, that's for sure. I think we'll end up pulling a trailer with it later on. Let's take it through the little washed out river down here first. See how it does some pretty nasty stuff. I don't think it's going to hold on to... Yeah, there was no way it was going to hold on to 5th gear. Alright, well, it actually went through that fairly decent. Usually, there's a little bit more of a struggle there. That wasn't terrible. Let's see how it does Swampy Town. I have a feeling this is going to be very, very boring and slow. Let's put it in high. Let's see how long we can hold on to high for. It's actually muscling its way through here pretty decent. Remember, the tires really do make the vehicle. You could have a pretty shitty vehicle, and if the tires are good, you're gonna do pretty well. Here comes some of the deeper water here. Oh, it can't hold on in high. That's kind of a bummer. I have a feeling we're going to be up and down gears like crazy. Seems like it's going over the down trees halfway decent. You know, this is kind of how I expect an 8x8 to go through this. Especially for an in-game truck. Here comes the deep spot. Of course, we're gonna... Yep, drop into first. Chugging its way through. Alright, let's put her back in high. I would actually say this thing did fairly well. Usually in-game trucks struggle a little more. Here comes the river. See how far we can get into it before it drops. Oh. Yeah, it just kind of muscles its way out of it, really. I mean, it's actually not doing all that bad, surprisingly. Let's go do some other stuff. All right, just for a little comparison, this is a ZIKZ 612. Let's see how that does it through here. Wow, okay. We did that fairly well. Let's see how this big bastard does Swampy Town once. Just for a quick comparison. That actually seems like it's doing just as good. Oh, uh-oh. Maybe not. I think these are the same tires that come on the 605R. And those tires seem pretty decent, so that's what I chose for this thing. I think they're the same ones. I think this truck is just a little heavier, too. It's got the same power to weight, though. But I think this truck is just a little heavier. So maybe that's why it's going just a little slower. We end up dropping gear there. I think this thing's doing just a little worse. I don't think it's as fast. Let's see how it does the deep spot here. Alright, didn't do terrible through the deep spot. Let's put it in high. High gear, I think I got a different transmission, but high gear in this thing isn't as quick. And I'd say this thing did fairly well for what it is. This is a really... I actually really like this one. Let's see how this one does the river here. Oh, I think it held on just a little bit longer. But yeah, once you drop her into first, it just kind of crawls out of it. Alright, I just kind of wanted to do a quick little comparison. Give a little context to it, you know. Yeah. Ooh, man, this thing sure does stop well. Let's see how it does a little bit of crawling, huh? Let's see if we can even get up here. Let's see, yeah, I didn't really think it was gonna get up here with that front bumper. The approach angle is absolutely abysmal, but I was hoping I could at least get up here a little bit, but maybe not. Oh. Alright. I've been sitting here trying to get up for a little bit here. I think we should just go straight to towing and see how it does. A little towing test. Alright, I decided to grab some long logs, just because it's a little more realistic, and it's probably something that somebody's actually going to haul in this game. So we'll see how it does. This truck isn't terrible. I do have to say that. It's not bad. Obviously, I wish it was a little more, you know. I think everybody thinks that way. Wish the truck had a little bit more to offer, but can't all be winners, I guess. We'll see how it does the hill. If it even does the hill. More like it. Because I don't have high hopes. This part of the video is probably going to get very boring. Because it is going to be slow. Oh, don't bury yourself yet. We just got to the hill. We just got here. Doesn't even have enough fucking power to turn all the wheels. Oh, it wants to move so bad. I don't think I can winch out of here either. Alright, with a little bit of winching, we are moving again. But it's... getting up this hill is going to be a very, very long process. I guarantee you, if I had, like, modded tires, I would probably get up this no problem. But that's just not how it works with in-game stuff. It's not the kind of shit that you get, you know. Getting through terrain like this, it sure does seem like the winch is going to be your friend, unfortunately. Kind of sucks, but that's what it is, you know. Tell you what, I'm glad that they actually have winches in this game, otherwise tasks would probably be impossible. And this thing, when you're pulling a fucking load, man, this thing uses fuel like no tomorrow. Yep, so the hill, I would say that it failed on the hill. Even though we technically made it up, it was a pretty big struggle. Now it should be getting a little better. It's not so bad after the hill. Everything starts to calm down a little bit. Let's see how long we can hold on to high gear here, going through the little whoops. At least going nice and slow like this, you have a little less chance of tipping over. That's kind of nice. I'm not used to that. It seems like if you stay away from the big giant hills, it seems to want to do okay. I guess I'm not really sure how it would do like some of the more swampy areas. This isn't a light load. The logs are fairly heavy. I mean, like I said, technically it's doing it, you know. You know, this was the kind of stuff in the game that I kind of didn't really enjoy. I did to a point because of the challenge of it. But when you're sitting there trying to get logs across the map, and it takes you a fucking hour to do it, it's draining. It's like mentally fucking draining. But this truck doesn't actually seem to care pulling it, I guess. I'm almost out of fuel. I didn't start with a full tank of fuel, but I am almost out of fuel. When you're using 20-something liters a minute, you're using a lot of fucking fuel. I'm not even going to attempt to do the little hill, because I know damn well it isn't going to do it. Let's just send her on down the hill. I'm trying to be halfway. Careful. Oh boy. Oh. Let's see if I can recover the ass end of the trailer. I need fuel though, so I'm going to fuel up by the 605 here. Let's see if I can get that back in line here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh boy, that might be a problem. Uh-oh. I think I done fucked up. Oh boy. See what happens when I take this corner. Maybe it'll roll itself back over. Without rolling me over. There we go. Yeah, but I guess so far, for an in-game truck, it's not terrible. Obviously, I want it to be more powerful and faster, and pretty much everything. But as a famous guy once said, you know, you gotta piss with the cock you got. And when this is all you have, I guess, you gotta make the best of it. But it's definitely not the worst vehicle. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they just came out with this thing and it's like, dude, this fucking thing blows. There are worse trucks to choose from, for sure. Alright, I got it in high. Let's see what happens through the little puddle here. Are we gonna stall it? Oh, see? Now that's surprising, because I thought it was gonna stall out. That's actually kind of weird. Alright. Well, it didn't do terrible. It wasn't bad. I have seen all I need to see. Well, what do you think about the PLAD 450? I don't think it's too bad. I think it actually does pretty decent. Again, the power to weight could be a little higher. I think a truck this size, the power to weight would be A+ at least. S. But the tires actually don't seem bad. Like I said in my other video, there's a couple good little add-ons you can do with it. Like this one. This one's interesting. The other one's pretty good. It wasn't bad. I think it did okay. I mean, they can't make the in-game truck, like, super fucking good, I guess, you know? God fucking forbid they actually make something that's OP for them, you know? But yeah, tell me what you think about it. I want to know. I want to know what you guys think. I don't think it's terrible. Would I use it? I don't know. There are a few better trucks out there. But it's definitely nice to have something like this, you know, in the back pocket. You never know when you might need it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Hit that subscribe button for me as well. And I will hopefully see you in the next one.